Hey everyone, it's Jaiden back with another freaking video.
Guys, so this is the flag.
Today is October 1st and guys, I'm feeling under the weather. It's so annoying because I was feeling so motivated today. My throat's just hurting. I just took some Sudafed. I ate some soup this morning and then I followed it up with some Doritos. So if that doesn't explain how my life is going, then I don't know what does. This weekend I'm going to be going to North Carolina for Greensboro Fashion Week, but I had a lot of stuff on my mind and I really just wanted to talk to you guys about it because I still continuously get questions about my breakup and how I'm feeling, how things are going, and I wanted to try and keep the rest of my feelings private, but then I realized that I had been bottling everything up and that doesn't help me in any way. So if I can share my feelings with you all and I can help you, then I think I'd rather do that than just keep it all in and go crazy. So I haven't started therapy yet, but I am going to be starting soon once, you know, my schedule kind of slows down a little bit, so November-ish things will be a little bit calmer, I'm hoping. I'm going to be talking to you guys about an update on how I'm feeling. So yesterday was 4 months exactly from what felt like the worst day of my life. And I feel a lot different about things than I did a few months ago. So I have a list of notes in my phone. That way I can actually have something to talk about because I'm kind of scared. So first I'm going to start off by reading this quote that I saw on Instagram. I think I reposted it on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me, go check it out. It says, "Someone can be madly in love with you and still not be ready. They can love you in a way you've never loved and still not join you on the bridge. Whatever their reasons, you must leave. Because you never ever have to inspire anyone to meet you on the bridge. You never ever have to convince someone to do the work to be ready. There is more extraordinary love, more love that is never seen out here in this wide and wild universe. And there is the love that will be ready." So I saw that this morning actually, and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely doing a video today because something happened where I felt like I needed to reach out to you know who. And so I reached out and I talked to him, and I felt like talking to him, I was really hopeful. And so to tell you guys, that is just crazy to me because I didn't tell anyone. I think the only person that I had talked to about that is like one of my best friends and my mom and maybe my sisters. I just felt like hearing his voice and hearing like us actually having a conversation without me hating him, it opened up a wound that I really shouldn't have opened up because I genuinely was like, oh my god, like this is my chance. I know he'd rather me not be talking about it, but I have every right to share my feelings. I have every right to express the feelings that I have now because of what happened. I was really hopeful for a while, and then it was his birthday. I texted him happy birthday and he answered, and so he said thank you, but yesterday was also the day 4 months ago that he broke up with me, so my feelings were so all over the place and they just hurt. It hurt so bad, but at the same time I had this weird feeling that it's gonna be okay. I've grown a lot. I don't think about it as much. I don't cry anymore about it, but there are those days where I'm like, dang, you know, that really happened. I'm still kind of hurt. A lot of my days I'll just push the feelings to the side and distract myself with work, with friends, with whatever I can, and then there'll be those days like yesterday where I think about it and all I want to do is just cry and lay in my bed. What makes me different is the fact that I didn't let that sadness overcome me and I didn't let the sadness dictate the way my day went. So I woke up, I went to sleep the 29th really sad, and then the 30th at like 1 a.m. that's when I was like really upset and crying. But then I woke up, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a good day, Jaiden. You're gonna go out, you're gonna do what you need to do. Yesterday was what, Monday? Yeah, and it was another one of my friend's birthdays as well, so I went to a birthday dinner with her and I kept myself distracted. I kept myself going, and if you sit and you linger, it makes things so much worse. So I got my hopes up, like I said. As the days started going by and I didn't hear from him, I can't sit there and blow his phone up. Realize that everything really happens for a reason. The reason for me wanting to talk to him again was to just remind myself that it's just not meant for us to be together. Maybe we can be friends eventually at some point, but I really need to keep focusing on myself. The idea of me talking to him is a distraction, and it's the same for you guys. Just because one thing happens doesn't mean that you should keep holding on to the idea. If something's meant to be, it will be. Guys have come in and out of my life so much, and I know it happens to you guys as well, but if you sit and you hold on to those people, you're never going to grow as a person. You're never going to move on, and it's really important to realize what their meaning was. You may not know it right away, but eventually you will be like, okay, he was in my life for this. this. He made me realize that I need to love myself. Whatever your reason may be, there's a reason for everyone that comes across the path of your life. I guess my main point of this video is trusting the process. Trusting the process of just life in general. And if you are a Christian like me, you believe in God, every night I pray before I go to sleep. And I pray to myself for peace. I pray for understanding. And I pray that any sort of resentment, anger, hatred I have in my heart towards the people that hurt me in my life, it will just go away. I pray that I can be happy and I can be full of love like I used to be. And slowly, day by day, it's happening. And I feel myself opening back up to people. Whatever you believe in, it's important that you stay true to yourself and you stay true to the process. The process for me is knowing that everything happens for a reason and that I'm not in control of anything. I'm in control of my actions to a certain extent. If I'm going to choose to be sad, then I'm going to be sad. It's a lot harder to get through things when you're alone sometimes, but it's also really important to be alone. That way you can feel those feelings. It's good to be sad. It's good to cry. It's healthy to cry. It's healthy to let it out. You have to realize for real at the end of the day, if the people are meant to be in your life, they will be. Whether it be in a good way, bad way, whatever the case is, I really thought that that second chance of me like talking to him again was like, oh my God, yes, like it's my chance. The more time that went on, I was like, no, Jaiden, why are you holding on to something that clearly is not meant for you? And I always get so many questions on how did you move on so fast? So I haven't moved on so fast. It's been 4 months. 4 months. Alexa, how many days are in 4 months?
4 months is 122 days.
122 days, and I'm still sitting here in front of my camera talking about it in the corner of my room. It's not easy. Everyone moves on differently. Everyone grieves differently. I have moved on in certain aspects in a really healthy way. I have gotten in front of the issue. I have taken control of my actions and my feelings and decided that I'm not going to be miserable for the rest of my life, because if it was meant to be, it would. And if he wanted to talk to me, he would. And ladies, there's so many men and boys in your life. It just doesn't make sense. It genuinely doesn't make sense for us to sit here and cry and mope and be sad over one guy. Do you know how many freaking people there are in this world? Alexa, how many people are on this earth?
Here's what I found on Wikipedia. In demographic, the world population is the total number of humans currently living. The world population was estimated to have reached 7,500,000,000 at 1621 on April 24th, 2017.
That was 2017. One boy is what we were crying over. That literally makes no sense whatsoever, guys. There's so many people, there's so many opportunities, and it's not fair for us to sit and to hold ourselves back from experiencing the world, experiencing what life has to offer. And I think I've realized that the more and more that I've just kind of been thinking and been home. I have my days where I'm really productive, but then I have my days where I'm really sad. It's just a learning process. It's a learning process for me as well. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys if I knew exactly what I was talking about. Like, I talk and I don't control what I say. Like, words just come out of my mouth and I hope and I pray that they're good. That way when I edit, I'm like, oh girl, you speak. I'm speaking the truth, okay? It is so hard to just choose happiness because the world does nothing but throw negative and hate at you. So to feel love and to be loved, it almost feels impossible. Don't hold back from loving people because you feel like you're giving up on someone, and that's honestly what I felt like. I felt like I was giving up on him. I felt like I was giving up on us, but I'm okay now. I am okay with the idea that he's going his way, I'm going my own way, because I want someone else to come in my life. I want someone to love me the way I know that I can be loved, and I want to love someone the way I know I can love. But by sitting here holding on to the idea of this person, the next guy that comes around, the next guy that chooses to love me, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful because I know what I'm capable of, and I know that God is going to put someone in my life that's going to love me the way I need. It may not be the next guy, it may not be the next guy, it may be 5 guys after, or maybe the next man that I run into on the street today, or I might have already met him. You might have already met the love of your life that you're gonna marry, but things take time, relationships take time, and if you try and rush it, I really learned that nothing's going to get better. If you try and rush your healing process, you're going to sit and continuously feel so sad and bad for yourself, like, oh, he left me. Yeah, he left me too, sis. It's okay. We got it. We can move on. We will be fine. I promise. The biggest thing is to continue loving yourself and to trust the process. Continue to put yourself first. Don't block off your heart to other people, because looking back at my old videos, those other breakup videos, I realized I literally shut myself off from everyone. I didn't want any guy to talk to me. I didn't want anyone to ask me to do anything. I went on a date like last week and I feel great. It was just a simple, casual little date, and just that one thing of putting myself back out there just made me feel so much happier and made me realize that I can do this. I literally don't need to keep holding on for nothing. The more I fall in love with myself, the more I realize that someone else can love me too, because I'll have those days where I'm just like, no one's gonna love me. I'm never gonna fall in love, just full of bitter find hate. And then I'm like, Jaiden, how can someone love you if you don't love yourself? That doesn't make sense. So sit and ask yourself, do you love yourself? Do you hate yourself more than you love yourself? How do you expect someone else to love you if you can't even sit and love yourself? Because then they're gonna love you and you're gonna be like, well, I don't like that. Well, I don't like that about myself. No, everyone has insecurities, but that's just hateful, negative energy that we don't need. You need to fall in love with yourself before you let someone else do it. Fall in love with loving yourself. Fall in love with the way you look in the morning. Fall in love with how you do your hair and how you slay your makeup every day. Fall in love with your cute little button nose. I don't know. I'm just trying to give examples, but it sucks. And I am the first person to tell you that it sucks so bad, and it's so much easier to feel hate than it is to feel love and forgiveness. So that's another thing I believe in, is forgiveness. I am in the process of forgiving him, you know, but I have learned that what happened has made me who I am today. What happened has allowed me to be who I truly am and to move on and to realize my potential. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the experiences we had. I'm grateful for the people that I met. I may not talk to them now because of how things went. I have no obligations to talk to people who hurt me and who weren't there for me. I know hands down that the people who came in my life after that are the ones that are going to help me and stay there for me. The people who were there before and are still here now are the ones that are going to be there for a while. And those people are the ones that I'm grateful for and truly appreciate the person that I am today. No, I'm not perfect. Yes, I have my outbursts. Yes, I can be a bitch. It's a process. It's like I said, it's a grieving process. You lost someone. You lost what feels like another half of you, but it will be okay, and I promise you it'll be okay. And I just really hope, if you're listening, you know, oh, I'm gonna cry, it gets better. It gets so much better, and the sooner you realize that, the happier you're going to be. So I just pray for peace. I pray that you can appreciate the small things and that you can realize that it's not you. In some situations, yes, relationships get toxic and people leave because they have to, but if you're in the situation that I'm in, it's not you, and it's not their fault either. Everyone has their own right to leave a relationship. You're not entitled to anyone. You just have to really be that person that reminds yourself that you are good enough. Whether you feel like you are or not, you will be good enough for the person who is meant for you. He wasn't meant for me. Neither was the guy before that and the guy before that. And society today makes us feel like, you know, relationships have to be this way. None of them are good, but there are so many people out there that are so in love. And I get so bitter about it sometimes because I feel like I honestly am never gonna be loved again. But I know I will. It's just my insecure little Jaiden on the inside telling me that, Jaiden, you can't be loved the way you want. But I will, and one day I'm going to fall madly in love with whatever man God puts in my life, and I'm going to have a family, and I'm going to have everything that I hope and wish for. But it just takes time, and I know that, and so I just want to share that with you all. I hope I hit some hearts. I hope I hit home on a few topics, and I hope if I could help you, please let me know. Please message me, because these kind of videos are the ones that I really, really like doing. I tried to film this a couple weeks ago, but my thoughts and my feelings weren't full yet and cohesive. A week or two later, I finally was able to say what I needed to say, and I feel like it came out a lot better. So thank you guys so much for watching. I have one more quote to read to you guys. It's kind of long, but just bear with me. You're going to be 16, 17, and 18 for only 365 days, and you could die at 19 or 20 or even at 16. When your mom asks you if you want to sleep in her bed, say yes. One day she'll be in the hospital and there won't be enough room to make up for right now. Stop canceling plans. Go out and use your legs while they work. You're guaranteed nothing. Stop denying affection. You'll never be able to love someone as a teenager at 35. Many someones are going to tell you they love you. Don't keep quiet because they've told you it's too soon. If you love them, say so. Be brutally, beautifully honest. Go out and change the world. Fight for peace and equality and change. When you're 70 and can only watch the news all day, you don't want to see the same issues still going on when you had every chance to fight it. Stop romanticizing that I don't need anybody and I don't have feelings attitude. It's easier to make friends in high school than in nursing homes. Embrace feelings and intimacy. Don't apologize for caring, and don't let anyone make you feel guilty, even if it's one-sided. You're only a teenager for 2,555 days, and then you're 20. Life never slows down. Bones become fragile and break. People die and hearts become weak, and with every atom in your body, live right now. Now, if that didn't give you chills like it did me earlier when I read it, then you ain't listening. I feel like my older videos I apologize because my older videos seemed kind of like they were full of hate, and that's honestly how I was feeling. But right now, I'm telling you guys to choose love and choose forgiveness, because you'll be so much happier. You'll wake up with a smile on your face instead of bags on your eyes because you're crying. I love you all more than you know. goal. You have no idea. Please, please, please share my channel, guys. The goal is to get to 200,000 before 2020. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of giveaways coming up soon. Thank you. That's all I can say is just thank you. I love you all. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe, turn on my post notifications, head over to the vlog channel. I love you and stay fabulous.